Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video is going to be an update on my Camponotus novaeboracensis colony. This setup consists of two Formosquarium XLs and one Tar Heel Ants Outworld. The Outworld is actually supposed to be for a different nest, the Labyrinth XL, but I ended up just stealing it for this setup here. Here's some footage of them moving out the night of them moving, but they couldn't move out completely, so I had to actually disconnect all this tubing, then take it, put inside of the weird boxing that you saw in a few videos that I used for moving things out, and then from there I had to disconnect the glass, and then I had to get the queen out, and then I had to put her down inside of the new Outworld where she then went into the new nest. All that hard work definitely did pay off because the colony looks absolutely great in here. This is the second Formosquarium XL. You can see that there isn't really many ants inside of here, which is completely okay because the rest of them are all in the other one. Really only the workers in here are either ones that are cleaning up the dead, eating, or workers that are just chilling out and doing nothing. The nest activity going to and fro between these nests is very little. As you can see, there's only like one worker here and another worker just entered through the other side. Here's an overview of that nest. You can see that there is barely anyone inside of that nest. So let's go ahead and show off the actual interesting nest instead of showing off this really bad, not very interesting nest. And here is the other nest. You can see the queen now. After so long of me trying to see the queen, I can finally end up seeing the queen without needing to look for her constantly, because she's constantly in a ball now, being surrounded by all of her workers. You can see there are quite a few majors in this colony, alongside quite a few minors as well, but most are in between the two, and you can see a ton of pupae. This colony, since, I don't know, I'd say February, they have had constant pupae available and ready to hatch, so this colony is probably at a state where they are just constantly growing. Here you can see all of the beautiful small larvae. This is the next generation of workers, and you can see that there is going to be a lot of them. There is just tons. I'd estimate around about 100 to 150 pieces of larvae there. One thing I have noticed is that there are 0 eggs within this colony, which makes me think that this larvae was not too long ago eggs. Just due to the size and just the fact that there are 0 eggs around, this larvae was probably just an eggs like not even a week ago or even a couple of days ago. I'm sure once they start looking like these larvae, that the queen will start producing even more eggs again, but for right now, there is gonna be pretty much no eggs until, that larvae begins to get a little bit bigger. A few days ago, I took a photo of this nest and I ended up using the antcounter.de, I think, which is a thing that allows you to put dots on ants and, count them pretty much. And the number that I managed to get to is around about 380 within this colony, but that's not counting brood. With brood, that adds about another 300 members, so in total this colony should be getting around about 600 workers with this year, but the year has pretty much just started, so I'm estimating this colony is probably going to get around about like 1,500 workers about, which is absolutely insane. I did have one Camponotus novaeboracensis colony that did get above 1,000 workers, but that colony died in hibernation. After that death, I really didn't touch novaeboracensis in the slightest until recently, last year, I decided to end up keeping at least one colony for myself. And I do have to say, I am very happy that I decided to keep this colony, because this colony is beautiful. There has been several moments where I actually almost sold this colony to someone nearby, but I decided not to because I just love this colony too much. Also, this worker is going absolutely insane. Look at her cleaning herself really fast. That's pretty awesome. So that is the end of the update part of this video. The rest of the video is just going to be a nice time lapse of the ants when they were moving in, when I was feeding them a few crickets. I will also be going silent during this, so like the video if you like it, dislike if you dislike it, subscribe if you're new, check check out my Patreon if you want. Check out my Instagram if you want. And yeah, goodbye.